I think I know Arun sir is there, right? Arun sir, Ankan sir, Ajay sir.
Yes, yes. Good
Then
afternoon
we
to
have
you.
Yes, sir.
yes sir, Gokul sir, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Rini ma'am. So
You
all
didn't
are
mention sir, Ankan sir, sir.
Ankan. What?
You
Yeah,
didn't
Million.
mention Ankan sir. Ankan sir is here.
Yeah, Ankan sir. I said Ankan sir is also there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So guys, actually, generally everybody presents a PPT, right? And I don't want to do that today. Basically, why? Because everybody is into so much FDP, right? Everybody is basically discussing about so many subjects and pipelines and all those things. But as everybody knows, what is pre-production is, right, guys? So there are many new faculties also who have joined, and the old faculties like Ankan sir, Rini ma'am, Gokul sir, Arun sir, the most senior most, I would say. Arun sir, you there?
Yes, sir, Vivekji.
How are you, sir?
Doing good. Today we had a load shedding in the morning, so still the
Okay.
power is not there. So that's the reason I'm using my mobile phone.
Okay, sir, I'm also using it because we also have the same thing. So Wednesdays are like that.
Yeah, unpredictable
Yes,
situations.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So guys, just to start the session, before moving on, right? So we'll just discuss like all our very experienced faculties, right? I can see that. So no point in just discussing about what is pre-production, right? The thing is, when we put this pre-production into practice, like when we are teaching students, what are the problems we find it, right? That is the main thing, right? Because eventually, through students only, the faculties are recognized, right? Yes or no, sir?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. Yes.
So that is what I believe in, basically, because if you see the students' work, then you say, "Oh, this is my student who has done that," right? That you feel like little proud of, basically. Like Google sir is there, Ankan sir is there, with long time with me, and we are into pre-production, right? So I've worked as a pre-production artist also, and as I've worked as an animator also in some of the companies. So basically, animation, filmmaking, and gaming. If you see something, it is all interrelated. Do you agree to it or not? Is it interrelated, sir? Arun sir, Ankan sir, Gokul sir, then
Yes,
Dhanujay
it is
sir,
very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? For example, if you have seen Little Singham, have you seen that?
Yes,
The
I
film.
sir.
haven't. I haven't.
Okay, but
Yeah.
firstly, what came? Is the film came or the animation came first? Basically,
I mean, if I just pick up one pixel, then the animation comes first, then the film comes.
but here what happened is basically the Singham film came first, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, film came
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
yeah. Film came first, then came the animation series, which was created by Reliance Media, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I also happened to work with them a long time back. So I've created some scenes, very few of them. Then I left that company. That was a big animation. Then I happened to work with. Then they introduced Rohit Shetty, right? He is the person behind all these things. So he put one more thing as a gaming. Have you seen or played any game of Little Singham? Anytime?
No, no.
No.
Nobody has played, right?
Yes, yes.
So the beauty of this is what my suggestion is basically when we are creating any pre-production thing, right? All the people are sitting together here: animation, filmmaking, and gaming, right? So whenever we are creating such type of things, the first thing is we create some games, right? I have seen many games being published by the students, like Prabhakar sir is there, right? Is there or not? So I can see that
Prabhakar,
he is putting then that they have just on the play, go to the Play Store, that new students have designed some games and they have launched a game. All those things I'm seeing that, right? So that's a very good thing that I can see. But as a SME, I want that all the faculty should come together and then they should create something unique thing like the Singham thing. Can you understand that? like interworking with each other department. Got it, Suman sir, Arun sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ajay sir? Ajay sir is also there, right? The
Yes,
gaming.
yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Actually,
So-
I think now it has become a trend that, any
Yes, yes.
animation feature that comes up, there's an interactive game or an interactive thing actually which comes up after that. For example, Finding Nemo was one of the movie which came up. And
Yes,
after
yes.
that, there was around 2 to 3 games actually which came up, both augmented reality and a normal mobile game, which
Yes.
could make the marketing much more higher for that particular.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
definitely. And that is what, because generally pre-production is the base, right? The spine of your animation, be it filmmaking, or be it gaming, right? So if your pre-production is very strong, right, the films or the games comes out very nicely, right? So you must have seen Angry Birds also.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Angry Birds games are so famous, right? First the game came, then the film came, right?
Yes, yes.
In this case, it was the opposite. Usually it's the film and then the game, but here Angry
Yes,
Birds
yes,
got so much of popularity that first the game and then the film. Out of the popularity which the game
Yes.
had achieved,
Yeah.
and that too two parts, like first and then the second one also.
Yes, yes.
So,
Even
basically-
Rajamouli has brought his picture also in Bahubali game
Yes.
came out similar like Age of Empires done by Moonfrog. It was also a movie with a film. So it is
Right.
as Arun sir told, it is a trend actually where
Yeah.
these
Yes,
people, the directors set up as as Vivek is telling, all the three people sit together. Pre-production is the base where it comes up with everything. I literally agree with Vivek on this.
So basically, why I am putting this topic is all the three domains are together attached while pre-production. Because if you have a strong pre-production, you can create all these things like students are creating, right? For animation students, they are creating some work. If you link this, like some animation students are creating pre-production, right? Pipeline. So if you take that similar theme and you put it in films, and similar thing is taken towards gaming, I think it will be a very nice thing, and you will come out with a very good brand, basically, or a very good game, or a film, or animation, right? So because we have not seen anything happening right now, right, with the students' activity, right? Students are creating their own games, right? So what is happening is they are not creating something which is working with the different departments. Is there anything right like that going on in Jain, Mr. Abhishek sir,
Yes,
or
sir.
Arun sir, or Bhavana ma'am? Anything going on like this?
no, sir.
No,
No, right?
Inter-department is not
Inter-department
happening.
is not there.
Not
Yeah.
there. Okay.
But
No, because
totally right with your words, sir. It's a now need of interdisciplinary research with
Yes.
interdisciplinary work. And
Yes, yes,
totally agree. Pre-production is a base.
yeah, it's a
And
spine.
Without
Right?
without that, no department could be sustained, either animation or gaming or filmmaking.
Yes,
So you
yes,
are
yes.
a core.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
We are the core, but the thing is, students are afraid of drawing. This is the
exactly.
first question, right? Ankan sir will agree, and Gokul sir will also agree to me.
I'm
You also
Yes,
also
agree.
here,
yes.
sir. Afraid with drawing. I'm also.
Sir, you give me your 10 days, I will teach you drawing.
Oh,
Just 10 days.
I
You-
would be
I will
really
take out
very
your
lucky,
fear.
sir.
I will take out your
Uh,
fear.
then definitely I will personally want to take some of your time, because that is only where I feel I have nothing, zero. Because when it's a time to pen and paper sketching, hand is civiling. Okay, in a computer sculpting and each and everything, that's a totally different. But in a pen and paper, I have a very big zero.
And no, because see, what happens is basically when you are not able to draw, right? There is a what you can say, a feeling of not performing when it comes to pre-production paper, basically, right? Gokul sir is there. Gokul sir, Ankan sir,
Google sir here, sir. I think.
Gokul sir is there.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
he's there,
here,
he's there.
sir.
Yeah, Google sir
Okay.
is there.
Because these
We also have Deepyaman sir, who is also again a pen and paper person. Deepyaman sir,
okay. Great,
we missed your introduction. In Deepyaman sir, if you're there.
Yeah, Deepaman sir is here. Yeah. Hello, Deepaman sir.
I'm very much.
Yes, yes. He's
Okay,
also very
okay.
much as a pen and paper person.
Okay. So I like to see these persons because what happens is these are the base, right? If the students are not getting taught this pre-production drawings properly, what happens is they try to switch over to softwares, but they don't
Yeah.
understand softwares are there. Okay, it is good, but if you know pre-production also, drawing or sketching properly, what happens? You have an open field. Open field means you get the knowledge from the scratch, basically. Like in the recent times, we have seen that the drawing is just a practice. How we drive a car, how we start walk, right? So if you see a child, basically, when he starts to walk, directly he stands or runs or he takes some time, basically. What he will do first? Rini ma'am, like how a kid just starts, basically. He will first turn, right? The turning point. Arun sir is the latest, right? Arun sir is
Yes, sir. Actually, she's sleeping next to me only.
okay.
And the first thing is rolling.
Rolling. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is basically the rolling thing. Then they will try to get up on the knees. Then they will try to crawl. Then they will try to stand holding things. And then they will try to jump as
Today
well.
actually I saw her, trying to kneel.
Okay.
Using her knees.
Yes.
Climb.
Oh, great.
So right now, what my sister-in-law is having, unfortunately, I still don't have an issue. So my sister-in-law has a baby, and recently we had visited her. The first thing that I can see before even the rolling part is with the legs. He's trying to,
kicking.
Yeah, he's kicking, or he's
kicking.
trying to do some motion with his, and he's trying to go side, and then finally the swap.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing, sir, I would like to say that what I share with my student when I teach drawing, I say that if you learn a software, for example, today you are learning Photoshop, one version of Photoshop. In next 5 years, that will be completely gone. But when you learn drawing, you are inheriting something inside your body, and that will always remain till the end of your life. And that is where drawing becomes very important. The practice becomes very important.
Yes, you're talking like full artist type, right, sir? So I can understand. Ankan sir is there. He's a very superb artist, and Gokul sir is also a very good artist. So I totally agree to you that. But what happens is sometimes certain students are there which don't want to learn drawing, hesitant, and they don't want to draw it. There are students you must have faced.
No, I actually see what students are thinking, like when they join initially to animation course. So immediately they wanted to learn Maya because they know like animation means they are thinking like we are going to get job only if we learn Maya or any computer based softwares. That kind of mentality normally they have. Even the first semester itself, we normally have some pre-production or drawing or basic drawing. I mean basic drawing classes and all. They generally they are not interested to learn art. They say like I don't know, I can't draw. So these kind of words. Okay, but so they are not understanding the art is the basic and foundation for everything. So slowly but it is all up to the teachers in hand, because
that is what
show the interest. We show some kind of nice techniques.
Yes, that is what
sir, I did in this particular regard, sir. I just want to bring certain things into your attention, particularly.
Yes.
I have been associated to different art colleges, and I've seen in the Eastern Zone particularly, and their schedule is a different kind of schedule altogether.
Right.
One particular topic for one particular week.
Right.
That is the practice. That is the kind of practice has happened into art colleges. Not some 50 minutes or 1 hour session. What happens? Art does not transforms by the literature.
Right.
If you have to transform the art, you will have to go close to the people who do the art.
Right.
You know, so that is one particular thing that I have really, I previously have told you already, I
Yes,
believe.
yes, yes.
This is the one thing that I really miss over here. And what I feel like, you know, this is the cause that they cannot draw.
Yeah.
You know, what happens if you keep some unknown people, you know, with, you know, some one particular set of people, with certain set of people who can do one particular kind of task. What you will see after 1 or 2 months, these people who are totally unknown to that particular task, they are also have adapted those things. It is like adapting some language, you know. Art is the language now.
Right.
Art is actually language. Art is not, you know, technique or something like that. For technique, we have animation, drawing, and those things can be learned. But as far as the art is concerned, you can't learn like that. So that
Basically,
I
drawing
believe,
is a process.
yeah, drawing is a process and interactive process. You have to interact with the other people who can draw.
Right.
Okay, so you know, if there is any possibility in future, near or far future, that you know, we get classes of 1 week long time, you know, anatomy for 1 week long time, or animation one particular, you know, advance and delay process for 1 week long time, then we
Yes, yes,
can see a
definitely.
lot of changes into our, you know,
That is right.
among the students particularly.
No, because I have also taught in Jain, so I have also come across the same thing. So that
Excellent.
is why I want to discuss with Ankan sir and all the faculties there, because they have this problem all the way. And the thing, this problem starts from the first day itself, right? Some people are reluctant to join the class because they cannot draw, right? In the last year seminar, Rini ma'am is there, right? Rini ma'am?
Yes, 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 sir.
If you remember, similar induction was going on with the.
Yes.
I took randomly one kid, right?
Yes, yes.
If you remember that, he was shivering, his hands were
Yes,
shivering, right?
yes, yes,
And I
yes.
took him on the board, and he do the exact same thing which I have drawn.
Drawn.
I
Yes.
think still we cannot forget that with a question mark. Starting with a question mark, your character came out. It was very nice actually.
No, because how you tell a particular student, how you give him the courage to draw, whether he is shivering or not, that is a different thing. You are making him come out in the crowd, and that too in the crowd where he doesn't know anyone, and making him to draw, when he cannot draw at all. So I think that is where the process starts basically. First of all, make him understand his own things, like make him comfortable. That is what I say. Because I have also taken some pre-production classes for some students. There are many students, like if you remember Rini ma'am, Srivatsa, one student was there,
Srivatsa,
right?
yes, yes.
It's special kids are there, right?
Yes. Rajat is there in 2019 batch. I think 2020, I don't think we have anyone like that, right? Gokul sir?
Yes, Rajat and
Srivatsa was there.
Anaga. Who's that?
Anagha, yes.
So the two-
Anagha and Shraddha is also there, no?
So these three students I have handled last 2 semesters.
Abhigna, sir, not Anagha,
Yes,
Abhigna.
correct, Abhigna. So the thing is, what happens is students normally think like art is a complicated one. It is not for everyone. They will think like out of 10, any 1 or 2 guys will do art. As you said, like what I did when I start my first day class, like simply students will say, I don't know art, I can't draw, sir, we are not interested in art. Then somehow we need to create some interest. So what I told them, okay, I called randomly 4 students to sign their signature in the board. So, so the 4 people, they signed in the 4 corner of that board. Then from that signature, I created some drawings.
Okay.
So,
Great.
and then I showed them, see, this is not a difficult one. And the next class, what I did, I created some characters with the simple basic shapes.
Basic shapes.
Right.
So then automatically, so they got interested, and slowly they are asking so many clarification doubts, and they did whatever assignment we have given in the first 2 semester. But the 3rd semester itself, they asked me, sir, you are not coming for my batch, so no art this semester. Then I said, no, I'm only for first 2 semester.
No, so that is a very good feedback. Basically, that is a feedback, right?
Correct.
That is a non-written feedback.
No, I don't know. They think like if I go, they will get more freedom. or some fun-oriented classes. So I'm not sure they like me because of my teaching or just to do time pass. But
No, sir. What happens is basically students require some space in the classroom as well, right? If you agree to me, right?
Yes.
So what happens is if you don't give them the space, right? Because see, students they can be mischievous, right? At times they can be irritating at times. They can be very good, very bad at the same time, right? So you have to tackle with all these moods, right? Basically, and to make them draw. I think it's
Prabhakar,
very.
Prabhakar sir, can you please mute your mic, please? Prabhakar sir. Prabhakar sir, please mute your mic.
I think the host can mute the mic, please.
Suman sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir. You muted Vivek sir also.
No. Mute all means actually Vivek sir.
Vivek sir, unmute yourself.
Where is Vivek sir?
No problem.
Okay.
I have unmuted myself.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Carry on, sir.
Yeah. No, just seeing some chat messages. That's all. Okay. So, sir, many times what happens is there are special kids also, right? Who came into the class, like we discussed about Srivatsa, right? So, to the new faculties, I just want to ask: have you faced anything with them? Dipya Mankar sir, then Abhishek sir, right? There are so many faculties, new faculties.
Yes,
So
I think
he is not in
Srivatsa-
our batch.
No, Srivatsa is in 2017. He passed out,
I'm just
but
asking,
he's just asking any other.
Generally, I am asking.
I think Sir Rohit Singh would be one of
Rohit.
them.
Okay. Little Rohit.
Slow learner and
slow learners. Yeah, basically, and they are special kids. There are some special kids also.
Yes, sir. Rohit, same we having Rohit, sir. Jadoo movie, same Rohit we having also.
Okay. So it's a very difficult, challenging and different how you teach others and how you teach him, right?
Exactly, sir.
So you have to go. You have to take a different path, basically. Because I remember I have taught in slums also animation. Slums means they don't know what is a computer. In 2007. So when I will tell you my experience when I went there and when I opened my laptop in 2007. So it was like kids whose clothes are torn, basically, sleepers. And I went to a school, basically a corporation school, where all type of students are there. And when I just showed them the animation, they left everything and they just gathered inside. Otherwise, they were not gathering inside the room. Okay. And there were different kids, basically, and they saw those colors, right? Animation, something is going on, something colorful. So they joined there. And so from there, I understood the kids' behavior pattern, basically, right? From a very slum area where they don't have the basic needs, where they get the food from outside, right? Outside means it is what you call that corporation schools. You get the food, right?
Yes,
daily meals.
Daily meals, yes.
Yeah. So I did not knew basically what that was.
Midday meals.
Midday meals, right? So they give rice. So I was just shocked. But the idea and the enthusiasm they showed to learn animation, you won't believe, sir. In 5 days, 15 students get me an output of animation principles of bouncing ball. And those were students very of small age, less than 5th standard, basically. So from there, I understood like kids, whether they are special or whether they are normal, right? So they have a vast creativity, right, for learning animation. And I gave them some task about drawing, basically. Okay. So I showed them this computer, basically the laptop it was. So they started to draw, and you will find it very amusing that out of 120 students were there, all small kids. 50 came out with the perfect drawing. Perfect drawing means exact same. It's only the dimension I'm talking about, not about the shading and all these things. But just imagine in a slum area, right? If you go down there, you don't know who is good, right? So basically, I worked there and I just understood the psychology, and then I started going every day just to understand the psychology. And now, if basically I'll understand the kids or the student psychology, and I work on that basically to promote my pre-production, like animation or filmmaking or gaming, right? So this is basically pre-production is the spine which I told you, and it is the main thing when we do some animation or filmmaking or gaming, and it should be linked together. That is what I propose, and I think that in the coming semester, Rini ma'am is there. The Rini ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't know whether it is going to be linked or not, but I just propose this. This is my actually thinking that if you do this, you will link the departments together. It is already linked, but you will get some output, which is a very good. It will convert into a very good brand, basically, right? Like example, I've given Little Singham, right? Yes.
Yes.
To add on this point, sorry to interrupt. To add on this point, actually, Vivek, I think they have already started something, Vivek. Reni ma'am was discussing about that with me, and Bhavna was talking about that. They are planning to create one forum, Vivek. In that, I think they can incorporate these things also. Actually, as what you told, your idea is good. I think they can create as a part of the forum, so they can make our forum very stronger and better. In upcoming, we can enhance in a better way. Like we can do the cross-platform learning or all the disciplines learning in one point to enhance our own projects. That's okay. And one concept which I also was telling them, an idea street to combine everyone in one area. So in that, I think we can present this also. I think as a combination, we can enhance this vertical more and more better in Jain University.
Right. So good if we are incorporating that because that is going to happen in the future. I think near future. It has already started, but in universities, I have not seen this, right? With a student's perspective, I have not seen this in any university, right? So
especially at Jain, we don't have that, and this cross-disciplinary thing.
Also, we don't have this.
And this cross-disciplinary thing would be very beneficial because then they get to know how the other disciplines also work in the same way, which is not happening. Which is like our students are getting only whatever they are doing, whatever is there in the syllabus, they're learning that much, and then they're going out with that. So a holistic approach of the entire vertical of animation, which includes all the various filmmaking also as an important principle of animation, and as well as gaming as another aspect of visualization. They're not doing that. No, I'm not interested in that. The same answer that I said is I'm not interested. I'm just interested in this. And so what is happening is with what I find, Vivek sir, with today's generation is that they have kind of classified themselves from the very beginning.
Yes,
like
before joining.
Before joining, or maybe even through their first semester or till now, let's say my fifth semester, when I tell them, okay, this is what you know, but you should do this also. So no, I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. It's like, they'll keep arguing with you saying that they don't want to do that. Under any circumstances, they don't want to do it. So I think that, I don't know how we can break that barrier. As you were saying that there are students who come and they say that they cannot draw. Now I'll tell you, while I was doing the interviews because this time everything has happened on the online mode. So when I was doing the interviews and I was asking these people, these students, the ones who have taken admission, why are you interested in this field? Is the first thing that they said is, I'm interested in drawing. Then if you are interested in drawing, then when you come to the class, why do you get scared of drawing? Because you're interested in drawing. That's what has brought you into this field. That is why you wanted to do animation. But now when you're coming into this, then it's like, no, I can't do drawing. Kyun? So that was one.
What happens is they get scared a little bit, right? Because you have to show the drawing in the entire class.
Yes.
When you're doing it for yourself, you can draw, you can make mistakes, and everything is going on. And what happens is that things keep on going and developing. They develop in a wrong way, basically. And nobody's there to teach them or tell them whether you are right or wrong.
Or wrong, yes. Also that fear of, you know, sharing their thing, which may not be as good as somebody else. So let's say
Yes,
if I
yes.
have one of them who is very good and who's very, you know, he knows or he or she knows that his work is good, will showcase the work. Koi aur bacha, the one who's next to him will be like, "Nahi, mine is not so good," and you know, will try to shy away from that. So I think the first thing is to break that barrier, good or bad.
Yes, yes.
You have to bring your work forward, because I mean, if you don't, you will never improve.
Yes, yes, yes. But what happens is basically very good drawing people also sometimes get jobless at
Shy,
the end.
yes.
You must have seen,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Just now it happened. So
Yes.
very good artists are there,
Yes.
whom I know and who have not got any campus.
Yes.
They are very good, right?
Hmm.
So this thing also happens. So they should think like this, because they get afterwards. What happens? The drawing people get stuck in drawing itself, right? So that is also not a right thing.
Not the right thing.
So when you're learning this drawing, and if you have done it very good, so there's a step that you have to move on to the digital version,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Then you have to go towards the softwares which are more complicated in nature, like the 3ds Max, 3ds Maya, right? Then ZBrush is there. So what happens if they are very good in drawing, they won't go towards that also. So that also happens. But drawing is basically the main thing, I say. And because I'm not saying that I am more into pre-production, that is why, but I'm into animation as well. But I have seen this in the so many years, and I believe that if you know overall, like if you know pre-production, post-production, and the production as well, right? All these three domains, you will have a better future, basically.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Just my for myself, because
yeah. Tell me.
when I talk to my class, I need an answer from an experienced person.
Yeah.
That when in action, what you call live action film,
yeah, right.
we are writing a screenplay for live action film, and we are writing a screenplay for animation.
Right.
Is there any difference in those writing?
Yes, sir.
Because screenplay is complete planning.
Yes, sir. There is a difference. What happens is basically, if live action, right? We are showing, suppose for a car chase scene, right?
Yeah.
So what we will do in live action is we will draw a storyboard, right? As you know, and then we will write it that this camera will move left, and then camera will move right. Then there will be a pullback towards the top shot, right? So you can make it smaller. But when it comes to animation, right? Animation is 8 times more words than the live action. You know that, sir? 8 times more. Means you have to work on more scenes than in live action.
Yes. But I need an example of writing pattern.
Writing pattern.
Actually,
I have written live action film screenplay, but I haven't written a screenplay for animation. So sometimes I feel a little bit weak in this part.
Okay.
Sir, I got it. What he is asking, is there any difference between storytelling between the live action?
Yeah, definitely. There is a
pre-production part of storytelling.
Yes, it's a very big difference, basically. Yes. So basically, what you have to do is when you're writing for live action and you're writing for animation, you have to think gig wise. Gig means there should be some elements that can happen within that screenplay to make the other viewer interested, right? So you have to make it right in an animation way. Animation way is different than live action way. Live action ways is a linear, right? Simplified more. And animation is exactly the opposite of that. Okay. So when you suppose, for instance, we are showing, for instance, we are showing a particular location, right? INHR building you must have seen, right? Going inside. So when you're writing a screenplay, suppose, for instance, Dipyaman sir, you are there, right? So if I tell you write a screenplay for a person is going inside INHR, first day of joining, right? He's going inside, then going up, meeting our vertical head, Mr. Dinesh Kulkarni sir, then going to the HR floor, right? I'm just giving you one example. So how you will write it for live action?
For live action,
how you will put it? I've just given you a glimpse, a hint.
Okay, I will write first. For example, I am the character
Yeah.
who is entering the building.
Yeah.
I will write interior, day. These are the heading. After that, a taxi or a cab, which is taken, which is entering a building, a gate,
Yeah.
and we are seeing it from behind.
Yes.
I see from the profile. Profile means the side of the cab, and a person comes out and he walks in. Who is the person? We do not know.
Okay.
Camera follows. Then the person enters the lift. I am not showing what is happening inside the lift. Next shot I am taking my transition that the person is coming out of the lift. I am taking my camera from the front and then off. Then from the behind, he knocks the door, opens the door, and looks into the room where Dinesh sir is sitting. May I come in, sir? Sir looks up and said, yes, over the shoulder shot. All right. And he enters.
Right.
So that is a simple discussion in live action film.
So this is live
But
action, right? When you put it animation, see, animation is visually very interesting, right?
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to add some elements into that to make it little fun. It should not be very serious. If it is very serious, it will be like a live action, right? Similarly to that. So what you have to do is basically, he came with a cab, right? You said cab is there. Cab came, then went ahead of the inertia. I will show that. Then came back. Okay. Then he got out from the cab. The person. I'm not showing again the face. We're just showing that the feet is coming out. That's all.
Yeah.
And he's closing the door, and he's trying to give the money, and the monies are splitting from his hand. Why?
Okay.
Because it's the first day, right? He's meeting the vertical head. So it's a first day. So animation should be there something entertaining. So he is counting the money, and he doesn't have enough money. He's running from there, running literally, and going towards, because he is to reach at 9 o'clock. It's already 8:55. So 5 minutes he has still. So he goes to the security guard. I will put that. Okay. He will ask for the change. The security guard says, I don't have. Okay. Then he will look left and right in a little tensed. Okay.
Yes.
And I will show some sweat, basically. Sweating. Then he will look up and down, left and right. Then he will just turn back to the driver, basically, or he will find a person going there, walking, or some vendor. So he will take the money from him, give it to him, and then he will just rush. There's a lift, but before going in, the receptionist will call her. Okay, that or the guard will ask where you want to go, right? So he will just write his name in very fast way, right? It's just zooming in. It's going very too fast. Then as soon as he enters inside, okay, he's entering and the door is opening. There's a glass door in inertia, ground floor, and then the receptionist is sitting there. Okay, so the receptionist will ask him whom you want to meet, basically. So he will just look at the watch. It's already 9. Without saying that, he will just run. But he doesn't know which floor he has to go. Again, he will come down. So I will add something entertaining into that. Yes. And he will just meet our HR person, that is Mr. Assistant Manager, Mr. Kiran, and he will dash him. Then he will say, oh, then he will just introduce himself, because Mr. Kiran, right? He is the HR manager. He must have met him already. So he said, oh, I got late. And then he will take him to Dinesh sir. That is what I will add, some interesting moments into that.
Yes, I completely agree. But one thing I get little bit not confused. I'm not confused, but a bit apprehensive about. Okay. For example, in a live action, for example, you and me speaking, right?
Yeah.
For example, this is short. Yeah. A shot of a meeting that happening between you and me.
Right.
The camera is there taking me. Camera is here over the shoulder taking the screen. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
But in an animation, for example, I'm moving my hand like this. Right. Each and every, shift has a frame.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
So is it important I include or I think about it when I'm writing a screenplay?
Yeah, 100%. That is what
That's
I
why
believe.
I give you examples, sir. I do not. I have many example of many great writers, great filmmakers for what you call live action film. But I do not have a single screenplay example that I can study for animation.
Sir, I will share you with. I
It
have
will
some.
be very helpful, sir. If you
I
do
will
that.
100% because I have done some. I am not a writer basically, but I have written similar things. But it did not turn out that well because I'm good.
But I will
Yeah,
get an idea.
yeah,
No.
yeah, yes. So generally we create like that, and you have to. If you're thinking like that, you have
Yeah.
to write it also in that form. This is what I believe in screenplay itself. Then only the
Please share.
yeah, 100%. I will share with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Yeah,
very much
yeah.
for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Any questions? Rini ma'am, Arun sir, Bhavna ma'am.
Sir, Vivek sir, Vivek sir.
sir.
See, on this conversation with like no animation department regarding this drawing and all, see even animation students they are facing like no lot of issues regarding drawing. See, if you know aware about it, DFM, we are
Yes,
finding
yes.
very difficult.
Yeah,
Yes, like
yeah. No, I'm coming to that only. Bhavna, wait. That is what.
so
Now,
you are the first person handled our student like no very quiet as well as like no I received very good feedback. They enjoyed your session. I just want to know like because here all our team members are there, how you handled our department students with comparatively entirely like 3 years, like 3 years over like no one batch is out also. Some other faculty also came to our department. They have taught storyboards and all. But comparatively, I felt like no students are very comfortable with you. They are satisfied and then they're very happy and they have seen some output also. So I just want to like know like you can share it here how you handled our student, especially in case of like, storyboarding and all.
basically, you're talking about the DFM. So I remember that because the DFM students basically nobody wants to draw first.
Yes,
Right,
I
Bhavna ma'am?
agree. Yes,
So
sir.
40 students are there, nobody wants to draw, and you are taking storyboard. What you will do? So it's a very big question mark on your capability of teaching them storyboard, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, what has started is first I study the students first. Okay, so this is my way of understanding the students individually. Individually means I'm taking the class and I will try to ask them questions. Okay, based on drawing, and I will understand their mood and understanding of drawing, whether they want to draw or not. In 40 students, you will get only one student who wants to draw, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So basically, I start with that gradually. First class, I won't tell them anything about drawing. Okay, I will just try to understand them, their hobbies, what they want to do in their pastimes, and all those things. First class is my class where I understand the psychology. The student psychology is very important when you're teaching anything to them. That is what I do. And after understanding psychology, right? You must have seen, Bhavana ma'am, the output of the students, right? The storyboard output.
Bhavana ma'am.
Yes,
Previous
sir.
year, I have seen, sir.
You have seen, sir, right?
Yeah, you
So-
showed me in small on mobile. You have snapped it.
Sir, can you hear me, sir? Because my network is.
Okay, no problem, ma'am. No problem. So basically, what happens is, in the first class itself, you don't have to burden them with camera angles. You have to draw and you have to create a big, great storyboard.
Sorry, I was disconnected because of network issue. Yes, sir. You said something. No?
No, ma'am, I'm just saying that in the first class or second class itself, you don't have to just bury them with the storyboard things. That is how I do it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I've introduced the storyboard after much long, like it is a 60-hour session, right? So after
Yes, sir.
30 hours only or 40 hours only, when I have been with them, I will introduce the storyboard. Okay. Before that, what I will be doing is I will be making them to draw stick figures, basically, right? Ankan sir is there, and Gokul sir is also there, and Aditya Mankar sir is also there. So who cannot draw, right? So stick figure is one thing that everybody can draw. One straight line, a small circle, one hand coming from the right side, one hand coming from the left side, right? So if they can draw that. You have to start from the scratch. And if they are not able to draw, the first thing is you should avoid confrontation with the students when they are not able to draw, because that is not their process. They have not been taught drawing in that process. So what happens is, when they are not drawing, okay, let them leave it that day. Because what happens if this is something called as a mind block, right? I think Ankan sir and Gokul sir is there, Dipaman sir. If you're not able to draw that day, leave it that day. Don't try to frustrate your mind by drawing the same thing which is not coming out. Right, Ankan sir?
I do it in a different way.
No, that is a mind block.
It is different, but in general cases, the way you are saying is very true. Not all people will sense it into the same way.
Yeah. So what happens is, if they are not able to draw, right, leave them. Don't force them to draw and complete the assignment. That is one thing. Don't make them write it like an assignment. That is how I do. I don't make it compulsory as an assignment. Okay. Compulsory means you have to do it because you will get 20 marks. I don't say that. That is my way of doing it, basically. Okay. So if you have seen, all the 40 students of storyboarding has produced their drawing books. I think Bhavna must be having that. All the 40 students, and they are hand drawn.
Yes, sir, I agree. That's why I'm just wondering.
And it was not by pressure they did it, but by interest. I created that interest just by giving them some examples, understanding their drawing abilities, basically. If you see their drawings, all have the same CAs, right? The continuous assessment all have the same. But if you see their drawings, basically, if you see the first drawing, the second drawing, the third, there are 10 drawings, right? 10 to 12 drawings. So I have just made it gradually little difficult, so that it should not burden them. And they should not get scared and then do not do it because it is an assignment. If you put assignment as an assignment in front of the students, it is like, oh, I will get 20 marks, so I will do it. But I don't do it in that fashion. I say, if you don't do this, you won't grow in your film career. Okay. Your parents have paid so much of money. And if you are not able to draw this, basically, how they will think, right? So I gradually tell them all these things. I remind them of the parents' hard-earned money they are spending there. Because there are lots of kids who will disturb the class, right, ma'am? Bhavna, ma'am?
Yes, sir, of course.
So eventually it happened to me also. Some students started playing video games in the class. This thing also happens, right? So let them play, no problem. I said, you play, no problem. I will give you 15 minutes. You play in the class, in my class, no problem. But next 15 minutes is for me, right? You have to give me 15 minutes. He said, okay, sir. So that is how I tackle my students, basically. I don't force them on just giving them or paying attention. Right? Bhavna, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Ultimately,
that is how I do it.
They have submitted all their assignments, no?
I am the living proof for that, for Vivek sir's way of approaching. Because same thing I was seeing how he is handling MSc and gaming students also. Like Bhavana, how she's agreeing. Same way for gaming, he was there with me with each and every art-based subjects, Ankan sir. And go next to Vivek sir, I think Gokul sir is now been backing up right now, and now Ankan sir is backing up with all the gaming art subjects. But the method, Vivek, do you want to hear what Ankan sir what strategy is using? Because I just want to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
Ankan sir, please.
What? I could not follow you.
You said you had a different state of strategy, right?
Because no. So that mind block.
That's for me. I said that's for me.
No,
when I can't draw, I take a different path of drawing it. Okay.
Please speak out, sir. That will be knowing one more strategy that everyone will learn also.
That would be difficult, man. I would just stick with the pencil. I don't do anything. That's serious.
I don't know what happens is, see, everybody has their own way of portraying. Dipaman sir is there. Hello, sir.
Probably some network issue.
Okay, no problem. So every artist have their own mind blocks.
Probably.
Right, mind blocks are there. So I will ask other faculties, right, who are not into drawing. Let's ask them. Bhavna ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, how much have you drawn?
Sir, I'm very much interested, but I doesn't know. I like no. Whenever I'm feeling like to draw, I will scribble something. Nowadays, I started watching a lot of YouTube channels. Very recently, I drawn on like no 3-point perspective building. It's like an industry come
Yes,
railway.
yes, yes. We have that assignment in storyboard as well.
Yes, even when I studied PG also, my MSc also, I had a subject storyboard. That time I too also faced so many things. I just took help from my friends, and then we use software. Now storyboard tool softwares are all available, no sir. So we just use the tools we have done, like my PG, MSc, like the storyboard subjects, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Rini ma'am is an artist, right? I know that. Rini ma'am,
Yes,
I have seen some of your paintings.
Yes, I started. I mean, my interest in animation or this came because of my art, and I wanted to do something with art. That's how I came into graphics and all that. I started doing, and then into animation, and then finally landed up into post production. So
Yes,
the
yes,
final look and feel of the final shot, the colors, the ambience, how to match it, how to give that visual appeal is something that intrigues me most. So yes, for me now what happens is whenever I'm upset, whenever I'm too bogged down with all these documentations and I'm fed up of them, then I just pick up a pencil and paper and start drawing something.
Okay, good.
Sir, Vivek sir,
yeah.
I felt I had an idea of like my script writing and all. Sometimes if I very good in sketching, then I put all my thoughts and ideas into paper. It is well and good. But that time, I felt very bad. So I doesn't know how to draw and all, but I'm having lot of imagination. I have illustrated lot, but I'm not able to project in paper in such a way. So that time I felt bad, why I doesn't know how to draw and all, because I don't have the opportunity to learn also. That may be another reason. Now with the help of the tools and softwares, even though we are just taking the illustration from the softwares, we are just taking the character and placing all the objects, but even though I'm not satisfied with that, if I learned, if I know how to draw, then I will put my all my ideas, my illustrations, everything in in perfect way. I can convey my what I'm visualizing.
Yes, 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 yes. That is called as brainstorming. You're writing it, but you're not able to create it, right?
Yeah, yes.
The
you're
visual,
able to brainstorm it. Yeah, visual representations
I'm
are
feeling like
missing.
handicap, sir. I'm just depending on somebody to do.
Yes, 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 yes. Ma'am, for that, I think that you should start with from the scratch drawing, simplified drawings, basically.
Stick drawings.
Stick drawings, and you should I have seen some people who are not good in drawing, but they like to doodling, right?
Yes, yes.
They're very good in doodling. So they will, if you see their books, last pages, it's all doodled. So they can't draw.
Not
Vivek, sir.
whenever attending meeting, writing
Yeah, Arun
minutes
sir.
in corner.
Yeah, just I would like to add to Bhavna ma'am's thing, like, she had a script and is not able to visualize that. Even as a non-drawer, I don't know drawing. So usually what I do is I, rely on the technology front.
Yes.
So there is this one particular software that is called as MovieStorm, which is invented around 8 to 9 years back, which was actually created for film production people, so that they can do the pre-production part of it. That is, we can do stage planning, camera placement, movement of it, lip dialogue delivery, editing, and sound, everything in that one particular software itself. At that particular time, it was very expensive, but now since people are not utilizing it, they are giving it for free.
Okay,
That particular software.
So Bhavna ma'am, you can download that software.
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely, I will try, sir.
It's around 548 MB or something. Around 6 stages are there with all the cameras and all the.
Great.
So what you said, MovieStorm?
Movie, STORM, Storm.
Storm, okay.
That one. And one question I had, Vivek sir, related
tell me,
to. There are, now if you look at it, there are challenges in both gaming as well as in the animation film making also. For
Yes.
example, games have not, majority of the games are now switching towards the open world concept,
Yes. Yes.
where there is no linear structure as such of storytelling, where
Yes.
the story is, experienced by the player.
Right. Right.
So, and animation also, like, the storyboarding also, like, they have very less time to actually visualize the, the story part of it. So in that case, whether, what all the techniques that we can actually use for, visualizing the, story for the open world concept, as well as for the animation also, so that, we don't have to waste much time on the, uh, the bringing out that ideation part of it, and directly jump into the production part.
Okay. But sir, this is a very different type. Open world generally now it is going on, right? I think Ajay is there. Ajay.
Yes, Vivek. Yeah. Yes.
So basically, what students create, sir, Arun sir, or
Yes,
what
yes.
your question was, basically how you visualize it first, right, sir? The
Yes, for
visualization part.
example, pre-production for, let us say, a typical game or the animation will be like, we have a story,
Yes. Yeah, we have a
and based
story.
on that, we do the 3 plot structure, and, do
Yes.
the
Yes.
storyboard panels and all those things.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But when it comes to an open world part of it, it becomes a new challenge for us, because there is no start. We don't know the end part of it, because it's all dependent on the player.
Yes. Yes.
So it branches out into various, conclusions. So
Yes.
designing a storyboard for that particular part becomes a very challenging part. So how do we, tackle this kind of problems?
Vivek, can you throw light on that curry biscuit, which I recently showed you the game, the curry biscuit concept done by ADYP University students. That is a bakery game.
Bakery game. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That,
you can talk about that. Yeah, I think that is a good example for I think what Arun sir is asking, which is like a bakery concept game.
Bakery concept. Yes. 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 So, sir, one of the students from this Jain. What was the name of the student, Ajay?
ADYP, not Jain. ADYP.
Sorry, what was the name?
It is Adit.
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 So this
Yeah.
student actually basically came out with a concept, like it was 2-3 things were there, right? One was of a car, right? If you remember, Ajay.
I think you're talking about
one
Ajay.
was,
Then you're talking about Ajay, the other game.
Yeah, and one was about a galaxy game.
Yeah, the music, music and the galaxy.
Infinity.
Yes, exactly.
Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So actually, sir, the one student created one galaxy game. Okay, it's like starship is going and he has to shoot down the enemies.
Okay.
Right. And there was one game where, according to the music, basically, if you play a music, the stages change. Right, Ajay?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes, Vivek. Yes, Vivek. Yeah.
Yeah. So the student did not knew where to start, where to end that, basically. Because it was an open world, basically. And so step by step, he has to start creating that. So I gave him some ideas how to do it one step by the other. Because directly, it's a gaming, and gaming is like it doesn't have any stops, right? One stage, second stage, third stage, fourth stage, 5. It is infinity, basically, and they keep on developing it. So basically, when we create this type of gaming things, you have to think about a future long run, right? From 5 years onwards, if you create a game right now, how it will look, basically. So in 5 years, what are the developments is going to happen? You have to just foresee right now.
Okay.
So that musical game, I cannot recall it all. Ajay, can you just throw a light on that?
It is musical. Points. It's a musical zone.
Musical
it's a musical
game.
zone game. And the other game was this same way which you told about the Star Trek. And I just want to recall about one more game which you saw, Vivek. It's about it's a wonderful concept about a curry biscuit concept. It is done by ADYP student. What he did is he just had a biscuit concept. Then he don't know how to ask, like Arun sir asked, how he don't know how to move forward. He don't know how to do it. So what we gave him a suggestion is, we took example is giving a life how we have a Toy Story concept. We gave a life to a biscuit and a curry puff and a bread. These are the three friends. As a three multiplayer concept, how the characters are crossing the from the bakery to going out of by crossing the other chairs, tables, and everything, and crossing the restaurant out, and how is what are the problems facing in the streets, and after that how they're getting into one house, how a small kid is going to break it, how it is going to putting up right, how the baby is biting everything, as each one like animation clips in the middle, and from there the story goes on. So the concept is like started from a curry biscuit in the restaurant. From there we took him to the streets. From there we took him to one house. From there we leading to still the students are still writing a story. It's still going on. I think that is one of the open world where it has no restrictions or nothing.
No restrictions. Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the one good example about this concept.
No, Ajay, this I have not seen this game particularly. I think I've seen the other two ones. I have seen that. The cookie one, I have not seen this. Cookie one.
Okay, I think shortly you will review them.
Okay. So generally, I review the games. Arun sir.
Yes.
So this
my question was like not related to the predicament where the game actually or the film will be there. Example will take like GTA 5. I think everybody knows about GTA 5.
Yes. Yeah, Arun sir.
Subnautica, where it's an open ocean, and the alien actually will land onto that particular planet. His ship gets destroyed, so he has to actually swim around the ocean in order to find the energy capsule as well as rebuilding the civilization, meaning the house and staying accommodation.
Yes.
So if you look at GTA, is something like it's an open world where you can go to any house, any car, you can take up any job. So when you have a concept like that of a story or a game, how do we plan the pre-production? Like how do we start the pre-production? Because a traditional animation linear method of thing we know.
Yes, it's a linear method. Yes. This is actually a little different than what we do generally.
So where do we start? Yes, we start by putting a blueprint of the location where the story is told. But where do we start, or how do we make the story engaging by that without that 3-act structure, like plot 1, plot 2, and plot 3.
Yes. Generally we don't break that structures generally, but sometimes it is broken, right? In the films also you must have seen.
Yes.
But in gaming, basically, if you want to plan something like that, basically the thinking process, like how to make it more engaging, like how you said you have planet, the alien is coming from the planet and he want to build the world, right? So for that, you because your process of pre-production will be very vast. So there is something called as the game design document, right, Ajay?
Yes.
So in that, if you have, Arun sir, you must have seen the game design document, right?
Yes.
Even Arun sir is very familiar about that, I think. So Arun sir is like done.
So if you see one game, it is like very thick.
Yes.
So in that only you have to plan all these things, and you have to be very precise, like what type you want to create.
Yes.
Because if I just say that it's an open world, so it can be anything. Anything means he can become a farmer also, right? He has to a farm village.
No, actually,
he has to do that.
GTA and all, if you take, the character is fixed. He actually is a freelancer. He has to do jobs to earn money, so that he can.
Okay, he's a freelancer.
But he'll do crime for that. For example, there's a job will come where you have to kidnap somebody, or you have to
Okay, so he will go to that extent.
Yeah. So that is how he actually grows in that particular.
Okay. So it's like hook or crook, but he has to do that. It's like that.
Actually, Arun sir, you're talking. I mean, another good example is Sin City. Also, is another good example, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Sims
we have
also, I
that
think.
kind of game, so like, how do we start?
So planning, basically the bad side and the good side, you have to just integrate the both of the things in that. Then, so
Sir,
suppose, for instance, he's going inside, a store is open, right? And if he's not finding anybody in the counter, so he has to just rob it, right?
Yes. So
Arun sir, can I throw light on the? Can I add my point?
yes,
onto it?
yes, please.
Yeah.
If
If example, let's say in future we are expecting that Bahubali game to come out as a very bigger version, or we are expecting a Mahabharata game to come out in a bigger venture. Okay. If you see Mahabharata character, if example, let's say take a Karnan character or take a Sakuni character or anything, everything has their own main character. Every has a sub story in it. Example, sub stories in it. So what we can do is in our story structure, we have lot of plots, lot of variation is there. Example, linear, non-linear, and sublinear, like lot of various acts are there. So what these games will be planning up is whenever a character comes out, it has a sub trees in it. So that's how this open act structure will play out. When it comes to the GTA point of view, that is based on one single character, those various missions, and these missions have been very clearly planned, and he just put it up into a real life structure. But when you talk about Sims, right, they go as a gang or something. If you talk about if you talk about everything, there is a basic structure and basic sub stories in it. So it acts based on that only. The story and the entire game open world series has been planned up, sir.
Okay.
That's it, because if example tomorrow we are expecting Mahabharata as a game, tomorrow I'm expecting even Bahubali as a bigger version of a game. Because if you see animation series of Bahubali, every series has been clear, every character has been detailedly explained. The story which is not in the movie, it has been very detailedly explained in the animation series. If you see, I hope if you guys would have gone through that animation series. The series will be more detailedly talking about Rana's wife and all. And talking about nowhere in the storyline we don't have time to talk about Rana's wife and all. We don't know from where Rana's son came out in the second story, in the first part. So lot of things has been answered with a lot of submissions and sub storylines. I think that's how the open world games develop the storyline. Another good example is PUBG for you. PUBG is one of the good example for open world. It has lots of missions in it to answer. It's like we go down automatically. So those who writes the storyboard or writes a concept, they won't think on a single storyboard or a single concept. They come out with an entire world design. The entire world will be designed, and in that overall picture will be basis into pieces of cakes. If you unlock this world, you will go to another world. If example in the GTA, you have a lot of cheat codes to unlock the various powers. Example for helicopter and a lot of other things, right? Example, you can even bring a war mission also in that on the cities. You can drive a boat in the mid of the city. That's because of the worlds and missions or cheat codes have been planned up. So tomorrow we are expecting Mahabharata game also to come up in that way, or even Bahubali game also to come up in that way only.
Yes.
So that's how it has been structured. I think
that is how you have to write it first.
AAA titles will be most of the AAA titles. Example, another one good example is Raji. I hope many people would
I
know
already
about Raji.
played it. Yeah.
Raji is
really
one of
good.
the Indian mythology, and there is one more new game coming up also.
Yeah.
So people are looking towards an concept in subcategories so that they can develop the storyline. They maintain the hype of the game. That's all. Thanks. That's my part.
And I think they keep on developing that. It is not limited to one basic stages or one basic word, right?
Sub branches, agreed.
Sub branches.
Every mission has sub branches, and every story has a sub branches. So that's how the open world movies and open world games develop in every area. That's how it works out.
Because I had this question a pretty long time, because there is this one particular game which I'm fascinated about. Not only me, the entire world is actually fascinated about. The game is called as Star Citizen. It is one of the most costliest. Star Citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, it is one of the most costliest game ever produced, and it is not yet produced yet. More than 300 million have been infused into creation of the game, and it's been almost like 15 years now, where people are still working on that particular game. It's an open world game.
I think I have seen this in some article or blog.
Yes.
It came recent.
So, like, that is the main problem in that particular game. Like, they are
they're
not able to
clueless.
create, the storyline which is required in order to make the part, and the technology which is required to actually play that particular game. So, we also come up to that particular part where we have an idea, but, we get stuck into that particular process. Like, we cannot get the ideation for pre-production part of it. So in
Sir,
that case, like, any tips and techniques are there where we can actually use it?
Sir, Arun sir.
Yes.
Sir, normally, whatever people are, we are playing all the open world games.
Yes.
It is not a fixed one, sir. Actually, how they start, they will start with the small map. Like you just said, like the guy is coming down and is swimming in the water, or is entering into the forest means. So initially what happens, they will decide all these basic things, because normally when we animate, the properties we won't use much, but in gaming it is not like that. They will give the same, whatever the character is having options, the same options they will give to the properties also, because he is going to ride the bike, or he is going to handle that guns or whatever. And as he said, like every week they will keep on updating, because that is what levels, right? So there is no fixed storyboard, there is no fixed script for gamings, because every time it will changes. Like this time, maybe the first level is in more into water. The second level immediately he will reach that next level of jungle, and then he coming back to one helicopter. So there is no fixed storyboard for that. But still, so you just said like he's coming down, going to swim and all. So definitely they will visualize. They will follow all the pre-production process, like doing storyboard, animatics, everything. Because here what happens is, same like a character, they are giving importance to props also, because some characters he may take different gun, and another character he may ride a bike. So for each and every object they will give importance, and every week they will add on a few things, and continuously it is a kind of a continuous process. There is no limitation. We can't say this is the final script for the gaming, or script for this particular game, because as you said, like some past 10 11 years they are working for that particular game. Like that, these kind of games also, small number of team, they will continuously work, and they will every week they will add versions, or if you pay some money, you will get some other options to collect some AK-47 or some other things. So like that, keep on, they will work on it. So it is it's not limited one, but still the pre-production part is definitely there. And normally, why see, the pre-production process is not only to do some proper process, or to get some nice output. So definitely pre-production process will minimize our budget. They can reduce their budget if they do proper pre-production, and according to that, definitely they will plan, sir. So open end games, there is no what I can say, constructed script or limited this thing. It is not like that. They will keep on adding, they will keep on working for that gaming.
To add it to this point, right now Unity is coming up with new update right now. This like where you design the entire world actually. That is, for the example, the movie game can be converted as a movie, and movie is converted for that. I just want to share a small clip with you guys. If you are just our
that is actually a Cine Machine concept.
Yeah, I hope Cine Machine. I'll show you. I think if you or you may or may not be seeing this video clip. I think I hope you can see this video.
Yes, we can see that.
Yeah.
What you're really seeing here is they have made use of real-time layouting.
Yeah.
They're also
sir, this one not a animation, sir. This is timeline editor.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Let it complete, and after that we can explain, sir. That's what I paused it. Just one minute.
and they're also playing around with real-time camera. They can fix the camera angle from wherever they want it. They're also doing real-time compositing. This is very cool. They are also using also customizing characters, and at the same time they also have multi-visual options. So you can see that the owl is now reading the Daily Hoot, which is an English newspaper. Now, if you want to publish this to multiple languages, you can very well do that by just switching them around. This also features real-time search, which they also use. And the cool thing about this is because this was all made in Unity, which is a game engine, this production.
I think I will leave to, I think some points from Mr. Prabhakar to talk about this. Prabhakar sir, you want to talk about?
Yes sir. This one made by timeline editor and recorder sir. Unity recorder will be there. We use both plugins. Somebody then from plugin create some cutscenes and some.
Can you speak a little bit louder, sir?
Yes sir. Using timeline editor, Unity 2017 onwards. They introduced timeline editor, okay, and now they introduced Unity recorder. So a combination of both. They use create cutscene and 3D movies, that kind of things. Okay.
And so one more thing to add on to this point, actually, Vivek. Right now, if you start doing this example of we are planning a game development right now. It's in live real-time layouting. Once it is planned up, even it is be easy to develop a movie also. Right now, Unity is coming up with a solution where you can start doing real-time layouting and real-time movie. Once the game is released at the same time, what do you want? 360-degree of view, right? Instant changing of the climate, or instant change of the scene or anything, right? Or characters, newspaper, character, color tone, anything can be changed. So that's how the Unity's strength is going up right now. So the real-time composition, as you see in the video, and it is done by the session. Actually, this session is done by Arvind Neelakantan, who is a former technical advisor of Unity Technologies.
Okay.
So this is the power of. It is also a concept of open world. Actually, why I'm bringing this video here is because this game is considered coming up in the point of an open world concept.
Right.
Where they design the entire level, entire world is designed. Based on that, it has been planned other things. The sub-story structure and substructure has been planned over to the top. That's the thing. So, I think I took up a lot of time. You can please continue. Sorry.
No problem. So, new things are coming up, right? So, you can edit it while it is playing.
Sir, I have one question over here related to this only, that open-ended story thing. So then, like just now that Ajay sir showed that game, or there would be many such games. I'm not too much of a game player, though, not too fond of them. But as whatever I'm seeing and from all the explanation that is going on here, which means that there are subplots also to a single level. So let's say I'm playing one single level, there are different stories in that single level, which means these all have to be preconceived earlier, right? Before we release the game.
Of course.
And then the pre-production or the storyline of each of these subplots have to be created, kept ready along with the so whichever at the time of maybe programming or something, I'm not very sure about that. They whenever they are clicking on a particular menu, then it is shifting to that whole different setup. That is the way how it runs. Am I right?
Yes, of course. Yes, 100%.
Same like, see, when just now you watch that video, see all the props are animating, like background.
Yes.
How you animating the character, same thing, they will give these all facility to that props also.
So all of these are there in the asset already. They're already created, a pre-production, a storyboard, the assets, everything is ready. Whenever you are going to whichever thing then. So now, doesn't this make the entire software very heavy, or there is something called optimization with
coming to this point from a gaming gaming aspects, here there is a sector hierarchy is planned. Asset artist will be very clearly planned, or a project head will be planning it exactly. What in movies, example, when you do a combo setting, example, a camera is seeing in the front view, you will not be animating or designing any other views other than the camera is moving, exactly, right? You will not switch on the assets, exactly. Same thing in this also will happen. Example, we called the concept of we write a lot of shader graphs and shader scripts and the prefabs, everything is written, where we used to call only when it is required. and
Yes,
the on-time requirement and on-time calling. The functions will be in that aspect. I think Prabhakar can throw some more light on the top of it. Prabhakar sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can throw light on that a little bit if you want.
You think about that optimization, right?
Like prefabs and other structure.
Yeah.
Okay, see, the thing is, like,
Yeah, first,
they will
sir,
have,
1 minute, sir.
they-
1 minute. Yeah, first,
go ahead, go ahead.
first you can plan it out. Okay. For example, you create one forest. Okay.
Yes.
In that forest, how many trees we use? How many trees in similar things? For example, the same tree, you place it 100. So you populate 100 trees. So you make it one tree. We create one tree and make it as prefab. Okay. So that memory calculates that one tree, that animation and everything. So rest of the trees are duplicate of this tree. So the rendering part and processing part will be reduced. This way. Yeah. So that's why whatever object, for example, at a time you put it on 1 lakh object, it will be work. So directly you place that object means each and every object calculate as one single instance. So 1 lakh instance run in that memory. So in that time, what happened? That lag will be there. So first you create that game. Before that, you have to plan it out. Okay, how to place your asset? What are the assets you need? What's the animation?
So Prabhakar sir, my point here was, suppose I have a tree, the example of the forest and the tree that you gave. So let's say I am showing the tree in all the seasons. So let's say I'm showing the tree in the summer season, then I'm showing in autumn, when I'm showing in winter. So in all these 3 seasons, I have a different simulation of the tree, right?
Yeah, yes, texture, you change the texture.
Ma'am, this is very simple that prefab once we generate, right, it will reduce the number of usage. Example, how you compose, just now we were discussing about that, right? Wherever the camera shot you show, you don't use the other aspects of it. So in example, you create for one tree multiple angles, we call it as modular design. Okay. In modular design concept, you create everything and keep aside. Example, later part, whenever you want to change the texture or a call of the root, example, you want to change the color of the tree, like autumn season. You want to change the tree as a brown color. Like you design only one tree, but changing the texture and changing the shaders to the top of it, a shader graph person will write on that. So it is called for one time only, but various assets can be changed like various options. Example, a good example is blend shapes for you. So coming to an animation point of view, only one face, but blend shapes will be recorded and it will be logged in the particular rig wherever you're rigging it. So you calculate by adjusting the levels of it, you'll control the rigs of the blend shape. That is a very good example for the item which Prabhakar sir is explaining.
Got it. I understood it.
In blend shapes, you have one face, multiple actions controlled, right?
Yes.
Same concept, one tree or one item. But of example, you see that owl. Whenever if you see the instant climate change from a sunny time to a winter period, the owl color will be remain same. If you want, we can adjust making it have a hood or something else. We can change it. Example, you change the daily and paper, whatever you saw just now in the newspaper.
Yes.
If you are talking to a Malayali guy, the newspaper has to change to Malayalam. Or if it is changing to a Tamil thing or a Hindi, the newspaper has to be changed. The newspaper is designed, the texture is planned already. So instead of changing a fraction of seconds, you can change the entire storyline. That is what Unity is making it easy for all the filmmakers, animators, and the gamers. So Unity now it has been planning to use in a wide range where animators can do even advertisements and filmmaking here. I would like to share one more. Oh, sorry, Vivek, to take up your time, but
no problem.
The topic was still continuing, so I just like to show that the power of Unity a little bit here and there.
Yes, no problem.
What it is not because those who
it is related to this topic. That is why. No worry.
Those who think that only Unity is used for gaming, I just want to show them a glimpse that it is not only for gaming. That is the whole scenario. Yeah, the clip is here for you. I hope Reni ma'am, this would answer your questions, everything actually, this video. I think you saw that real-time adjustment of the entire world
Yes,
and the entire color tone, color theme, camera adjustment,
Lighting.
lighting, everything.
yes,
Top to the bottom. Entire this advertisement can be changed into a different look at all. A look and feel. Actually, this is for a shoe advertisement of a Nike. This can be converted into any other football, basketball. I mean, basketball advertisement also, sport activities also. I think this is the changeover where Unity is coming up, playing a major role for all the animators and the filmmakers. That is the point I just want to add it up here. That's all. Vivek, please, sorry to take up your.
no problem, no problem. So this was very good stuff you have shown. That is what I would say.
Thank you.
So that is the trends going on, right? So I think the future animators will be working with this software.
Yes, actually, to add to that point, I've been recently looking at the trend which is happening, and a lot of people have started to jump towards this Unity, Unreal, and Blender
Yes.
because it can support rather than creating an animation, exporting it to VFX software, blending it, adding effects, adding
Yes, yes,
editing, adding
yes,
sound effects, and exporting. All the
yes,
things are available in one software itself, and it is free.
yes.
So
That is
this
the trademark of it. It is free, so it is being easily acceptable amongst everyone.
Actually, that is the trend why Unity is been leading in the top angle of comparing to any other game engines.
Yes,
Even I remember, Arun sir, that when this is in somewhere in 2013 or 14, when my students were working on a VFX project, and one of the students, he got in this, he said, ma'am, I have got this Unreal plugin I have received.
Yes.
And he started doing some simulations with it, and it gave such beautiful simulations of the field. We were working on a field, like there was it was a little village side thing, and everything they had modeled themselves, but it was still not giving that, the simulation of the grass or the weeds which were when the camera was supposed to go. He did this entire thing with Unreal, and today I'm hearing this Unreal to take the whole world. Almost every other person is talking about Unreal.
Unreal, yes.
And Unreal, added to this point, Unreal as a default blueprint concept where anything can be easily adjusted within no time. Unreal and Unity is playing a major war in the market. Something like Live, I can say, even though Substance belongs to Adobe product, even the Adobe Affiliate Designer, a lot of things are coming up in the market, right? So these are playing like Blender, Maya, and everything. Like that, Unreal and Unity is like closely fighting up and growing like anything. And right now, shortly, Unreal is going to take over Unity also. But
Unreal is playing a very vital role in the VFX field, sir.
Yes,
Unreal and Blender.
Virtual production is one of the good example for you, ma'am. Virtual production is one of the, because right now I hope you guys don't forget about Centroid motion capture. Mr. Parth has came out. Right now they are completely into virtual production where they cannot move out for the big sets right now. But when they have the characters to the green mat screen, they can set up a screen and they can easily do this virtual production. That is where Unreal plays a major vital role in this area.
Unreal is also working very much with integration to LiDAR data and converting, and they are doing live compositing with that, live match moving.
It is going on in Mumbai right now.
Yes.
It is going in Mumbai right now in all the studios.
Yes.
I just shared one link in the chat. I think you can look at it. What they have used is Unreal Engine with Quixel Megascans. Quixel is what you told just now, the LiDAR scans, where they take texture, point cloud data, and that is also available for free for us from Epic Games. So we can integrate that and create a live VFX shot. Totally change it. And this particular short film, there is a making also of this particular part. You can actually have it, look at it in the YouTube. Where how easy it is for us to change the things. Like for example, if I want to change the location of the boulder or change the weather system, change the lighting, change the fog, change the lens effect, the camera effect, it is all very easy in the gaming engine. Compared to that, we hogging in Maya and
Yes,
other
yes,
software.
100%.
Actually, because it is
Yes.
taking up a lot of render time, which Unreal and Unity is giving us a very quick solution.
Real-time rendering. We call
Real-time rendering.
Real-time
Yes,
rendering.
yes,
Real-time
yes.
rendering. Actually, the thing is, there is one more thing. I think many of you know about that also. Maya inbuilt, they have an option to set the file to Unity.
Unity, yes,
Where
yes.
Yeah, so that they no need to reset. Example, you are setting up a layout or anything. You can just send it to Unity and get the scene ready for it. Like you don't need to recreate or reassemble or restructure it. And when you update Maya, instantly it get updated to the Unity also. Because if those who want to talk about the layouting and those who talk about the camera board, the camera fixing and everything, those who don't want to change the perspective or whatever, that is a possible in an angle where Maya can be done. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Nowadays, this Unreal, what you're talking about, is going on in Mumbai right now, and people are asking for the person to handle that software,
Yes.
which they are not getting. You know that,
Yes,
and they're
yes.
paying insane money. And one of our students, Rini ma'am, Arun sir,
Yes.
you know who is that?
Alan.
Alan. So he is working on Unreal Engine.
Yes.
And 2-3 companies are trying to pull him together.
Pull him together, yes.
Yes. So he was telling me, and it is like a very good visual compositing, right? You can do it live. And
Yes,
there
absolutely.
itself. It's very easy. You don't have to do anything afterwards. It's amazing. Like the technology is going from where to where.
Yes, right now he's tied up again back with that Ajay Devgan studio. What is it called?
Yes, yes.
NYVFX wala.
NYVFX wala. Yes,
he's with them now.
So nowadays Mumbai, because of COVID, it started, but still they are looking for Unreal Engine people. They're not getting it.
Shortly, no problem. We'll produce from our students itself. No problem. Shortly, we are coming up.
Good.
So they are taking that speed actually. Gaming is already coming up with Unity and Unreal program. Gaming program is coming up with Unreal as a key engine also. And shortly, that sweep also we are taking. Our students will take that sweep.
So I think to a certain extent, we need to include these in the animation workflows also, because Unity, Unreal, Blender, none of these are actually taught in any of the semesters of the entire curriculum of animation. Which see, whatever is there is definitely there. All what is there is needed, but I think we need to take another turn towards this, which is more upcoming or.
Suggestion on this topic actually, ma'am. That forum will lead to all the things, whatever the questions you're asking, ma'am. That forum will tell the complete story of what Vivek is trying to say, or what already I've told in gamification period, or what Dinesh sir is trying on, what each and every faculty's ideas. Right now, whoever are coming up with wonderful ideas, that ideas will talk about that one forum will tell the story, ma'am. That forum will give a good connect with all the 3 departments, actually in 4 departments: MSc Animation, Gaming, filmmaking, and BSc Animation.
And I think that this forum should be a single forum. It should be
it should be one single forum. It's complete connection. What it may be a project, or it may be idea street, or it may be any like gamification concept, or it may be anything. As like Vivek told, like one project, one concept coming out as a project, as animation, filmmaking. One movie is coming, one short film is coming. With that, one animation series is coming, and one game is coming. So all the 3 genres are coming up, because here I think students have n number of ideas. Only thing is we need to help them to connecting platform. That is the forum. That forum will tell the entire story. I think after so many points which I added, I feel like today's Vivek points and you guys whatever you want, I think the forum is getting more and more strengthening. Only thing is you guys as a mentors, you have to put it right in a proper way and propose it to respective edge to make it happen. That's all. Yeah, Vivek, please carry on.
I think only we should give the mic to the other people also. Abhishek sir is there, Dipyaman Kar sir is there. Then Hamshi, I think so. If I pronounce this right. Other faculties are there. So what are their take on all these things? Suman sir is there. Suman sir is the moderator, so he's not speaking very moderately today.
No, sir. I'm listening for whatever people are actually saying. All are experts in animation. So even Ajay sir also has shown so many videos actually. You have shown us so many things, and it was nice session. So sir, 10 minutes has left, so we have to give the chance to the actually participants if they have
Yes,
some
yes, that
queries.
is what.
Yes,
Other faculties, precisely
yes.
the new ones.
Yeah, dear participants, Pranjal Singhs, Pranjal Singhs, Mothu Kumars, Mohammad Hasamsul, sir,
Sukumar
if
is
you have
there?
a, yeah, Mothu Kumar is there.
Okay, I was not able to see him.
Yes, sir, are you there, Mothu Kumar sir? Mothu Kumar sir, are you there? Okay, Mothu Kumar sir, I think Mohammad Harun, Samsul sir, Dhananjay sir, Abhishek Kumar sir, do you have any query?
Sir,
No,
there
no,
is
sir.
one
No, no,
notable
sir.
thing, sir.
No
With Vivek sir, the time has
Uncle
gone
sir.
so quickly. You know, I haven't really noticed that it is already 4:20. Until Suman said that only 10 minutes is left.
Right,
Isn't it?
right.
Other days it takes a long time. You know, it will happen. It's some time. Might mera time bhi aayega. We are sitting and thinking like that. But this has happened in this way.
Sarji, because you interacted today, that's the reason.
Yes,
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 yes.
because every time all the faculties generally in FDPs they show the some time of presentations and all those things. So I just wanted to make it a little different. I don't want to show any presentations because presentations actually keep on going. Okay, everybody is an expert here, so everybody knows what is a pre-production pipeline, right? So no need to discuss about that pipeline. Basically, should talk beyond that. That is why I just took this method of just interacting with the faculties, basically.
But sir, there is one thing that I have just noticed a few minutes, last a few minutes. There's been a huge talk about the new technologies coming in,
Yes, yes, yes.
and newer types of, the technologies depend on those things. How you define the thing, the way you define the thing, you can build up what your technology. Okay, so that's a very precise thing for the technology. Okay, and this definition, changing definition, platform of changing definition keeps on changing, and according to that, there's a continuous change in technology. So now there has been a talk a few minutes ago. What we're saying, like, we should incorporate those technologies into our courses. But if you do that, what happens? Either our course becomes bigger and bigger and bigger with the time, or what happens, you'll have to change the course all the time.
Right.
Okay, isn't it? So, but again, the problem is when you are designing, say you have a huge experience on particularly in pre-production and all different kind of areas that has been applied to pre-production is associated to, particularly how technology, and you have seen this thing particularly for a long time. You have seen many different, you have seen Flash. Nowadays you were talking about Unity and Blender. Sometimes ago it was there in Flash, in what do you call that, the Maya is there also.
Yes.
But the attachment, the people's attachment got stuck together with the design process only, not with the technology, whether it is a Maya movie or 2D movie. Even if we sit in front of the TV playing with the that cartoon, Tom and Jerry, almost every aged people is being entertained today, isn't it? So
Yes.
what is on your take in that? I'm really anxious to know about what should we do? Should we be running behind the technologies or changing technologies?
No, unconcerned.
Or should we be sticking to the actual design process?
No, actual design process will be there. Okay, whatever you do, because that is the grassroots. You cannot change that. Okay, because if you don't know how a wood looks, right, or how you can sketch that, if I give you a software, right, so you won't be able to create that look with the software also. Whether all the things are given inside, you won't be able to place it properly because you don't know how to place it. Composition skills you don't know. So I think the designing skill will be the same as a traditional one, but on top of that, you have to keep on adding the skills, or the technology will keep on growing according to that. But the grassroots will remain the same, Ankan sir.
I think that is absolutely correct what you said, Vivek sir.
Yes.
The fundamentals will always remain the same.
Yes.
But how do we, using that fundamentals, how do we create things actually might change? The technology might be a helping factor.
Helping, yes.
Yeah.
I think Uncle Sir left.
Silent हो गया सब.
Yes, I don't know what happened. Everybody turned silent.
I think what Arun sir said is absolutely correct. To Ankan sir's thing also, I think Vivek sir explained it very well. Fundamentals kabhi nahi change hoga. That will always remain the same.
Change. Yes,
it will never change. If it is required for you to do observation, if it is required to do storytelling, then it will be required to do storytelling. Only how you are executing and to which level, how you are making it more refining, how you are making it trendy as per the current thing, it will go as per the current technology. That's what Arun sir also mentioned.
Yeah, right.
So when I said that, you know, these technologies should be somehow incorporated within the syllabus, or somehow the students should be made aware of these, my point here was, you know, yes, you are teaching the basic, yes, you are doing correct only, but when you look from the market perspective, then the market needs people who are good in Unity or who know at least basic of Unity. थोड़ा भी नहीं आता क्या?
Right.
अच्छा ब्लेंडर तुम लोग सिखाते ही नहीं हो क्या? अच्छा बेसिक भी नहीं आता क्या? नहीं सर, एक दो स्टूडेंट्स को आता होगा. So what happens is market is demanding that.
Yes.
So
yes, right.
आपको you cannot change the entire syllabus from Maya to Blender just because the market is asking for Blender. Maya you have put because that is there and it is taking care of maybe a lot of pipelines within you are not changing the whole thing into Blender, theek hai. But then I think you know, some orientations which we do, it is not that we don't do, we do in the form of workshops and all. But then I feel that certain with the growing importance of these softwares like Unity, Unreal and Blender, and even to for that matter Houdini, I think a little bit more, you know, an extra, let's say some certification courses, which we are talking also in the university, you know, like let's say some certification courses or something, you know, we should either it should be organized by iNurture or by the university or by iNurture within, so that they don't have to spend money extra outside to learn all these.
Just to give a recall on this factor, ma'am, few months before, I mean, not 6 months before, maybe I can say even, Dinesh sir has been came and spoken, and I was there in the part of that also. He was proposing short clubs to create courses, clubs to create various clubs factors. In that clubs, actually, what we are ultimate planning is to bring a faculty in charge, one expert in charge, and one expert to review that what are the students' works after the 3 months. And it is completely where this team will be working on the live projects to work on the particular software. Example, it may be Houdini, or as you told now, it may be on Unreal or Unity, or it may be on Substance or anything it may be. Like whole scenario is to bring that other areas, those who interested to learn, they should not take this as a burden. Here problem, basic factor is a problem. What means here we are struggling to collect basic assignments.
Right.
Basic assignments is the biggest problem.
Absolutely.
Because if we tomorrow, let's say, I'm been behind Dinesh sir to implement this for a long time, to be very frank with you. Because certification planning, what it has been done way long back, before 6 months has been projected to you. But before that 6 months, you have to plan what the curriculum for that, who is going to be in charge for the faculty, who is the industry speaker, and who is being evaluating the project. Are they really into industry standards? That is the one example is Mr. Tushar Arora, who came out for this FDP, and he is a part of one of the faculty in gaming also for character animation. He is still saying that to me, out of so many students, I can pick only one student, because he want to have a lot of certification courses. You want to more detail on character animation and a lot of other animation. So that is what we are intent to do this, but we need a platform to do this. That's where the forum works on. Wherever we talk, we have to end up in one area that forum will talk the entire story, whether whether we have to need any cross-platform learning, or whether we have any interesting courses, whether we have to work on the live projects, or whether we want to have any kind of other extra knowledge for the faculty as well as the students. That forum will support on both the ways, not only on the students' point of view, that even works on the faculty point of view also. That is a common stage we are working for. So that's what is like my answer for your question, ma'am. Kindly that make that forum very stronger and better, so that we know why we need that forum. If anyone asks why we need that forum, these are the answers. Whatever you just now, you all gave the answers. This is the answers for the forum's initiation. Just come out with that. Just initiate that. Let it be initiated with Jan 2021 with some good stuff. let us take that resolution that we are coming out with a lot of projects in our in-house team members across connecting the various platforms. That's my take on, that's my say on this particular point actually.
Surely we can go ahead and implement that, because I think there will be a lot of a take on this. I mean, all the 3 departments will get, all the 4 departments I would consider along with MSc would be benefited out of this. So we can always give it a try on that.
And here from head office, SMEs are here to support.
Of course, and now we also have a good infrastructure right now, which has come up in Jain. But then for all this, the COVID situation has to go off. And I'm still waiting when we can.
Dear team, get ready for the second swing. Actually, second swing is coming in very fastly and very strongly. So let us not expect to go off of COVID, but we have to get used to it actually. And let us still move forward, and how to move forward in this COVID situation. That is the ultimate answer. If we find this answer in offline also, we can survive. That is what you just come out with. Let us not leave this conversation here in this session itself only. After this conversation, please take up a lot of internal meetings and push this move ahead. Bring this to our next step actually. Let us not be in the foundation, and let us not even like Vivek and a lot of other key people talking about this matter is not only in this matter. Like, let us not leave this in the, okay, today we got this 1 hour or 1.5 hours. We inside, after this we forget and do our regular. Okay, Marini Mama is asking us to submit the session plan, and Nachimu sir is asking us to submit the TLP or TELP, and after that they will be, don't go to that. That is also equally important, but please even remember this also, because that is the real takes you have from this FTP, because this FTP should have really some effect on not only on affecting the connecting the assignments or anything, but also even for the faculty, motivating themselves and even coming up on something for vertical also. That is as a package. That's what I just want to tell this.
Okay. So Vivek sir.
Yes. Suman sir, tell me.
So dear participants, if you have any query, please ask. Vivek sir will give you the answers. We are waiting for your actually query.
We have been doing that only, sir, from the very beginning of the session. We've
it is all queries. Open question and answer. This was a Q&A session, basically.
So I think now, Suman sir, yes.
Personally, Arun sir has told to change the topic. Actually, he's right. Actually, we have to change the topic of the session. It cannot be pre-production.
I sent that to Suman already. I personally sent him that you need to change the session topic. Have you been able to edit it, Suman sir?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let it be in that way.
Actually, I don't have a edit access, ma'am, and that's why
you have, sir. Ajay sir has given you edit access, sir.
No.
Gmail. It's there for your Gmail account.
It's okay. Let us go ahead with this thing. No problem. Let's go ahead.
No, sir. Sir is talking about feedback.
Feedback.
Arun sir is talking about feedback. That yesterday's session name was there in that feedback. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That only. What did you understand?
No, Ajay sir is misunderstood. Like, we are doing conversation here. Why don't we change the topic of today?
No, not that. The session topic.
Feedback form. Feedback form, which mail ID actually you have sent me, sir? Can you tell me?
Sir, I think what we can do is we can wind up the session here. You can do that edit and share it on the group. We will share our feedback.
Yeah, madam. So,
please.
So,
Vivek sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavna ma'am.
It's very
interactive. Arun sir.
Yes,
Gokul
thank you very much.
Thank you, participants.
Abhishek
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vivek sir. It was nice session, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
After a long time, we all meeting you virtually.
Yes, I am also feeling very good and refreshed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.